Sorry for some of the poor quality on this one. I got there around dusk on my way in from Wales and the light was pretty poor. So I'll try and make up for it with the content. Now this small Saxon church is in Shropshire and it's close to the Wrekin. And Holy Trinity is in the small village of Uppington, which is only 7 miles from Shrewsbury and 5 miles from Telford. But probably more significantly, it's only just a mile from the ancient city of Rochester and half a mile from Watling Street. Now, Watling Street is the name of an ancient route in England that was first used by the ancient Britons, and later the Romans made it one of their main roads to London. Is this sighting of the village by design or coincidence? Now, the first written mention of Uppington was in the Domesday Book, and this church was built around the early Norman period, but there probably was an earlier Saxon church here in some form or another. In fact, I'm sure the site was probably of some sacred significance much earlier, which is indicated by the Ancient Yew and other artefacts. Now, in 1138, Uppington was given to the monks of Shrewsbury in some kind of land exchange, and the West Tower was built in the 14th century style as part of the extensive 1885 restoration, which is when this unique Roman altar that now sits in the churchyard was found in a local brook, along with 2 Corinthian capitals. They were probably originally from Wroxeter Roman city, the city of Wrekin. And the Anglo-Saxons seem to like to repurpose Roman remains. And the altar is estimated to be 2nd or 3rd century. It's in grey sandstone. Quite a rare item. Now this is what I really came to see. This ancient yew tree is thought to be well over 1,000 years, looking at others I've seen. And it's got a girth of 29 foot. And it's completely hollow, almost complete shell, with a space giving access to the inside. Which, by the way, I've read is not a good idea, as you sometimes throw shoots from the centre, which can be damaged if you enter them, so I've stayed out of this one. And actually in 2007, evidence was recorded of new growth on the right side of the entrance to the interior of this hollow shell. And in 2005, some of the side branches were shortened to reduce stress on the main branches. And it was also decided a small branch overhanging the path should be left, since it displayed the rare phenomenon of a single male branch growing on a female tree. But unfortunately, in 2017, the single male branch and this female tree appeared to have been cut back by some moron. And I also read that a 1790 watercolour showed that there were once 2 large trees here, and one was described as admitting 12 persons inside the trunk. Probably moved during restoration work, but it must have been massive. Now lastly, above the central doorway on the north side of the church is this carved tympanum. and it depicts a dragon, which is very Romanesque. And at the lower centre of the main block, you can see an inserted piece of like a half-round block extended downwards. And this carries part of the same relief design as the main block, but appears less eroded. Now, it's not clear whether it's an inserted repair, newly carved, or replacement of a piece cut from the tympanum of an original position, or in its original position. But it could be Anglo-Saxon masonry repurposing Roman material, which would make sense considering its location to Wroxeter and already having the Roman artefact in the churchyard. But the site sippers experts think it's post-Norman conquest. So open mind about that one.